There's around 300 active exposure sites across the capital, now including large-scale construction sites at Campbell, in Griffith and in Red Hill.
This is a reminder to all of our construction industry how important your COVID safety plans are.
And though there's no transmission of COVID-19 associated with these sites, health authorities are watching closely, with fears the number of workers associated with large projects could result in wide geographical spread of infections.
We are very mindful of that risk, and so it is a good, important reminder to the sector that every single person, business or worker, has a responsibility to ensure that your industry can operate safely.
The ACT recorded 17 new cases overnight, with 11 linked to existing cases or clusters. 12 of the cases spent some time in the community while infectious, and 6 remain under investigation. There's now 8 people in hospital, including 2 in intensive care, with 1 person on ventilation. But with no new public sites of transmission, the Chief Health Officer is seeing a trend away from transmission in public places.
Our public health measures are reducing the number of public transmission and exposure sites, which is exactly what they're supposed to do.
Meanwhile, vaccination bookings for 12 to 15-year-olds at ACT government clinics will open tomorrow. But with appointments unlikely to be available until mid-October, parents are being urged to consider Moderna for their children through a pharmacy. Immunisation a key factor for the government when considering when students will be allowed back in the classroom.
There are different elements of risk associated with high school and primary school, but high school students obviously will have the capacity to get vaccinated, primary school students won't.
Vaccination clinic staff aren't the only ones under pressure through the lockdown, with volunteers like Yolandi Vermark busier than ever.
I think what lockdown has done in terms of increasing workload is being a mum with kids that has to be homeschooled, and I work full-time at the university, and then I'm caring for her as well as a new little one, and I'm also running another wildlife organisation, so my nights are spent doing rescue.
We're always looking for new volunteers, and we've been really flexible with the last year and a half of COVID, and we can deliver our training online now so people can find out what all the opportunities are for volunteering with ACT Wildlife.
Groups like Wildlife ACT are set to benefit from the $3.5 million in funding over 4 years for environmental volunteer groups as part of the government's community sector support package.
We thought that it was particularly important as part of the upcoming budget that we do provide some enhanced and stable funding for our environmental volunteers that are such an important part of looking after our local environment.
Just one element key to the capital's recovery once the lockdown is lifted. Harry Frost, ABC News, Canberra.